Okay, this solo drilling video, we're going to look at the skill of shrimping, an essential skill in the sport of Jiu-Jitsu for both advanced and beginner student alike. I know oftentimes shrimping is something that we tend to only teach to white belts. However, it's really something that even a black belt should pay attention to and make sure that he has the best mechanics for it. Okay, so let's look at shrimping, how we're going to shrimp, and what we're going to do for shrimping. Now, it's oftentimes helpful when you're shrimping to have a line to help you delineate or mark how you want to shrimp, okay? When I shrimp, my shoulders are at the line, okay? They're at this line. From here, a successful shrimp typically will be characterized by your hips being able to come out past that line that your shoulders were on. Okay, so your hips are able to come all the way up to what was your shoulder line, and then when I reposition, my hips are now where my shoulders were, and my shoulders are well above where my hips were, which means I will have made plenty of space between me and my opponent. Let's look at how to do this. From here, I'm laying on my back, my shoulders are right on the line. Now, my foot, whatever side I want to shrimp to, say for example I'm going to shrimp off to my right, my foot will come outside my hip towards that side. I want my heel and the ball of my foot as close to my hip as possible. The farther away my heel and the ball of my foot are from my hip, the harder it will be. The closer my heel and the ball of my foot are to my hip, the more loaded the shrimp will be. From here, once I perform this action, I will start to turn to the side. As I turn to the side, I will push off the ball of my foot and allow my hips to travel all the way up to my shoulder line. As you can see, my shoulder line is where my hips have managed to touch with the line where my shoulders were. From here, I simply reposition, draw my shoulders back and away, and I've successfully completed a shrimp. One more time. A different angle, droop. From here, I'm down in the position where my shoulders are at the line. From here, I will take a foot outside of my hip. If I wanted to go left, it would be the exact opposite. I will take my right foot outside of my hip. My hands are in and ready. I turn to my side, and now I will take my foot, physically push off of it, and get my shoulders up to the line of where my hips up to the line where my shoulders were. From here, I will allow my shoulders to now draw away, and I've successfully completed a shrimping motion.